What's up, movie fans? My name is ATNY. Welcome to a theater near you, and today we are discussing Wind River. It is written and directed by Taylor Sheridan. You may recognize his name as the screenwriter for such films as Sicario or Hell or High Water, one of my favorite films from last year. This film stars Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olson. Renner playing a Fish and Wildlife Reserve agent, and Elizabeth Olson playing an FBI agent sent out to assist Renner as they try to uncover what happens to a girl whose body is found in the frozen wastelands of Wyoming. It's a very interesting film. It's touted as a mystery, but it ends up being more of a straightforward follow the evidence and find out who did it crime movie. It is still a very good film though. It's very well written except for a few clunky scenes. The dialogue falls apart a little bit or hits a little too on the nose in a few scenes for me. I wasn't really interested in the side stories that were given, more as to what was the main events that were taking place. Both Renner and Olson give some pretty strong performances here, displaying a pretty wide range of emotion that we haven't really seen from them in many films, at least in a while. I did enjoy their performances and believe their characters. Not a lot else is going on in this movie though as far as supporting cast. They don't really have any interesting backgrounds or developed characters beyond kind of the main focus of what we're shown. So it would have been nice to learn a little bit more about these characters with some investment. Elizabeth Olsen's character didn't really have a hook beyond the fact that she is a rookie from the FBI. They don't really push her character beyond that, and it would have been nice to learn a little bit more about her as the story progresses. In terms of story, pretty decent film. Like I said, A plus B equals C kind of narrative. Everything pretty much works here, like I said, except for this side story. Not a lot of development there to make you more involved. There is a few bits in the film that didn't really work for me. A few scenes that just seemed a little too on the nose or a little too obvious to try and push a message. There's also, without spoiling anything, a standoff scene that was kind of a large logical leap as far as would people do this in real life and would they react in this way. I had a little bit of a problem believing that the characters that we are shown would react to this scenario in the way that they did. I know that's a little bit vague, but I don't want to spoil anything. If you see the film, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Pretty solid film though. It does remind me a lot of Hell or High Water. Obviously the same screenwriter. Overall, this is a very solid effort. It's a good film. It's a compelling story with great performances. I also should note very quickly the film opens saying that it is based on true events, and I did some research online. I couldn't really find what these events are. I believe the film is referencing the fact that Renner's character works within a Native American reservation and that girls go missing, and the film has a little bit at the end stating that female Native Americans go missing and there's no real record to support that. So in that sense, yes, it is based on a true story, but the actual events that take place, I could not find proof to back up the fact that the story within the film is a true story. So a little note on that as well. Good film though, good efforts by the actors, good writing. I do like what Taylor Sheridan is doing in his screenwriting career, and this is, I believe, just his second directing debut, so I'd like to see more from him. All in all, you guys, I'm going to give Wind River a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. Not totally sure. It's still kind of resting with me, but a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching as always. If you'd like to check out more what I do, feel free to scroll through my other videos. I'll link one right here. Also, be appreciated if you could subscribe, like. I want to hear from you guys as well. Talk to me down below here in the comments or on Twitter. This is a conversation, so I want to hear from you guys. If you saw the movie, what you thought of it. Am I way off? Was I too generous? Was I too harsh? Let me know down below. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.